Every company on the planet needs content right now. And everybody out here is getting content a different way. You know, you're either using freelancers, some people might be using internal teams. In this video, I'm gonna tell you the biggest mistakes that companies make when hiring a videographer or video production company. When new clients come to us at INDIRAP, 9 times out of 10, they have worked with a video production company or some videographer in the past, and they have had a terrible experience. It could be that they shot some content and they still haven't gotten it back 6 months later. They just have so much content that their internal team can't handle it, or they're afraid to do video altogether because they think it's gonna be some exorbitant amount of money to get the content that they deserve. I've been in video production since 2010. I've worked at every level. I've been a freelancer, I've been on big sets, I've worked with Upwork people. I've hired people in different states, different countries to do work for us on a freelance side. Obviously, I have an amazing team of production, delivery guys in-house, but I'm gonna give you everything you need to look out for so you don't get burned. The first level I feel that people start with is they hire Little Jimmy. Who is Little Jimmy? Little Jimmy is, you know, your little brother just graduated college, he has a camera, or it's your sister's little brother or your wife's little brother, you know, he's doing his thing as a freelancer and he's got a camera. Okay, I'm gonna hire him to shoot content for my brand or my company. The thing you wanna keep in mind when you're hiring little Jimmy or a freelancer that you wanna put out there is that you expect clear communication, right? The thing about being a freelancer is you have a lot of freedom, right? That's the draw. That's why everybody's a content creator. Everybody's got a camera, all that kind of stuff. But when it comes to running a company, and again, I'm speaking to companies. You know, when you're creating content for a company, a lot of the times you're creating content for your sales, marketing, training, recruitment content. A lot of the times you have goals and initiatives you need these things by. Being able to communicate with the creator is extremely important in terms of setting expectations, setting deadlines, and getting your content in time so you can make those initiatives happen. Now, when you got a guy that goes and shoots the content and you're sending him an email when you don't get hit back for a day, 2 days, a week, it's pushing your content back and it's pushing your deadlines tighter and tighter and tighter. And what may happen is that you'll pass that deadline up, you won't have your content, and then you've just wasted money on shooting this content in the first place because there was no set expectations with freelancers. Whether you're hiring someone Upwork or if you're hiring Little Jimmy or Little Sarah or whoever it is to shoot your content, communication is the biggest mistake that I see come to light in these situations. It's not like working with a company per se where there are systems and processes in place that everyone company-wide follows when it comes to creating marketing for your brand. When you're working with a one-man band or a one-woman band or whatever you want, you're relying on one individual to take your shit from start to finish seamlessly. And that is extremely hard to find unless you vet them from the top, you ask them the questions, make sure that they know what they're doing, make sure that they have the equipment needed to make your shit hot. You want that polish, you want that pop. You don't want that first impression of you to your customer or to your client where you're lit bad, the mic don't sound good, and you come off crazy. So again, vet these freelancers. There's nothing wrong with working for freelancers, but again, these are the things that you need to look out for when you're thinking about hiring a freelancer to create content for your company. Another thing with freelancers is that there's limited bandwidth. If you got 1, 2, or 3 projects that you're trying to get done at the same time, of course the freelancer may tell you, yes, I can get it done. That's great, right? It's a payday for them. They're gonna come in, they're gonna shoot it. But getting that content turned around in an acceptable time frame is the question, right? Because it's very hard, especially if you're not the only client, right? Most freelancers work with, 2, 3, 4, 5 clients, and depending upon the amount of workload that they have, your 1, 2, or 3 projects have to get in line with everything else. And when it's one person getting it all done, that person is shooting every day and editing every day. One person shooting, editing, taking the sales calls, putting together marketing so that they can continue to grow. How do I know? Because I did that. You know what I mean? And there's a level of burnout that happens. And again, you want to make sure that the person you're working with, the freelancer, can actually handle the workload that you're trying to get done. Those projects need to get done to grow your sales, marketing, training, and recruitment into the future. The next route that a lot of these companies take are to hire an internal production team or internal creative team, right? Sometimes it's an extension of their marketing team. Why not just hire someone here that can be at my beckoning call to create content all the time? It'll probably be cheaper than hiring somebody for a bunch of different different projects every time, it's probably the best option, right? Maybe. That's not always the case. It depends on how it's structured. It depends on who you got in there. You have to think about how many projects are you gonna need this quarter or this year? How much stuff can this person get? Because most internal teams, I'll be honest, one person in a room that's shooting and editing everything, you know? You may get two. For bigger companies like Marriott, you actually might have a real media agency in-house. That's not the case for most companies because they can't afford that. When you're talking about bringing people on in-house, you're talking about payroll, you're talking about insurance, workers' comp, all that good stuff, right? If you're talking 2, 3, 4 people in-house, you know, just think about how that will affect your payroll, right? Does that make sense to bring on $1, $2, $3, $400,000 in payroll per year versus going and getting potentially a freelancer or hiring a professional video production company? What does it add up to? Does it make sense? And can those people keep up with the amount of content that you need done, right? Those 1 or 2 people per se. In addition, when someone's working internally in-house, you're hiring them because you want their eyes on your content 24/7. You want them dedicated to you. That's all and good. Fantastic. But you have to think, when it comes to being creative and pushing the creativity and being able to think outside the box and create content that is forever progressive, when someone is consistently working on one thing all the time, in my opinion, it limits creativity to a certain level versus a freelancer that might have 5 clients that they're working with, you know, somebody that's in e-com, somebody that's in real estate, somebody that is in tech, somebody that's in software. They're able to bring all these creative ideas and creative treatments to the table for your brand to keep you fresh and hot and making sure your shit pops. You got a video production company, video production agency like us, we work with 30, 40 clients a month delivering hundreds of pieces of content. So we're able to take that breath of creativity and bring it to everyone we work with just to make sure, again, you got that content that pops. The third option is hiring a video production company, you know, video production agency, calling in the big guns, calling in people with the gear and the team. They got the creative directors, the shooters, the editors, the art directors, you know, marketing, content strategy, all that good stuff. That's usually the third option, right? This is when people know that, hey, I want some serious content. I want this done right. I want something amazing. Let me call the best video production company I can find. All video production companies are not, I repeat, are not created equal, right? How do I know? Because we're a video production agency. We're actually #1 video production agency here in Chicago, and we've been doing this for a long time. I've worked with other video production companies. I have clients that have told me about their experience with other video production companies. When hiring a video production company, a lot of people don't know what to expect when it comes to cost, right? There's a few ways that people price out projects. Now, the way we price out projects here at INDIRAP are by the project, right? There's no change orders, there's no updates. We're not charging you for every single little thing that we do on the back end. We're not charging you for raw footage. A lot of video production companies out there itemize every single thing that they are doing for you, right? They are charging you for having 10 people on set when you only need 1 or 2. Having video production does not look like having somebody standing around with gloves on holding extension cords. You don't need 2 or 3 people standing around with clipboards acting like they're doing something. Having somebody constantly moving the person's hair every 5 minutes. You just don't need that when it comes to really good premium video production on site. Another thing is, you know, when you're hiring a video production company to come into your place of business, you got warehouses, you got big corporate offices, you're going to clients' sites and things like that. You want to be nimble. You want to be able to get things done in a quick and easy way and continue to move through your shot list and through your production. Hiring a video production company that is showing up with 50 Pelican cases, with all this gear, with all these people, especially if you're on the corporate side of things. If you're not professional talent, if you're not in Hollywood, bringing all these things onto set intimidates people. If you're doing an office shoot or some brand culture shoot, everybody's not ready for a big ass production team to be staring them in the face and asking them a bunch of questions when they've never been on camera before. These are things you need to think about, right? Video production should be simple, easy, and fun for everybody involved. It should be able to get you from start to finish with ease. On top of this, a lot of video production companies have very slow processes because, again, traditionally video production, the film industry is a lot of let's show up, let's set up all these big cameras, okay, now it's gonna go to post-production. It's gonna take a month or 2 months to get you your content. And a lot of it is smoke and mirrors. A lot of it just isn't that complicated. How do I know? Because we do it. I've done it myself. I've done this more than anyone that I know of personally. And the truth of the matter is that here at INDIRAP, we keep it simple and stupid. That's the way I like to keep it because it's just not that deep. Video production is not that complicated, right? What makes any of this awesome, what I've found, whether you're hiring a freelancer, whether you're hiring an internal team, or you're hiring a video production company, it's not about the video, right? You should be able to get amazing video regardless of who you work with. Having a fun, seamless process that is just, for lack of better words, the shit, that when you go from start to finish, all you can think about is, oh my God, that content's amazing, that was super easy, how do we do it again? I got other ideas. That's what it should feel like when you're done working on a project. So again, I say this to say, I'm not here to throw anyone under the bus. If you took offense to this, you're probably guilty of something I just said, and that ain't my problem. For those companies, for those brands, for those agencies that are watching this, these are the steps you can take to guarantee an amazing video production process, content creation process for your brand at any point in time. Hopefully you learned something. Hopefully I broke it down for you so you don't have to make the mistake the next time you hire a professional video company or a videographer. If you want to work with the best in the business, if you want that seamless process that I just described, hit us up at INDIRAP. Cannot wait to work with you. Until next time, I'm out. If you like what you saw, click the like button, leave a comment. If you have questions, we'd love to answer them in future videos. We're putting out videos every week to keep you up to speed with the latest in content marketing, lead generation, video production, you name it. Until next time, I'm out.